The Arts Council is important to Oak Ridge because it brings the arts together. We're an umbrella organization, and it gives us the opportunity to meet and talk and share ideas and problems.
I think it is not just unique to the region and to our town, it's unique to our history.
We get together, we have a forum, we're able to talk about some of the successes, some of the failures, the performances that those groups have, the shows. It's a way of pulling together all the arts in our community. And that, I think, is one of the functions that the Arts Council fulfills that maybe other groups can't.
For more than 50 years, the Arts Council of Oak Ridge has been promoting the arts in our community. Founded in 1956, the Arts Council serves its member organizations by being a central focal point for the arts in Oak Ridge, promoting the arts as a community asset, and assisting its member organizations in fundraising efforts. The Arts Council brings together, under one umbrella, all the arts of Oak Ridge, by supporting its member organizations and by providing public awareness of the many arts activities which take place throughout our community.
Well, I think the most important thing is that the Arts Council has created a cohesive group for the arts. It's some place where the arts groups can all come together and share ideas and get their programs scheduled so we don't interfere with one another, and also to promote the arts and to let people know how important the arts are, especially in our children's lives.
The Arts Council consists of a board comprised of community volunteers and leaders. Its 8-member organizations are all not-for-profit arts groups which serve Oak Ridge and the region. They are the Oak Ridge Arts Center, the Oak Ridge Civic Music Association, the Oak Ridge Civic Ballet Association, Tennessee Mountain Riders, the Oak Ridge Playhouse, the Oak Ridge Community Orchestra, the Oak Ridge Community Band, and the Music Arts School. Many of these groups have a long history of serving our community, and all of these groups support the arts culture that has always been a vital part of Oak Ridge. In addition to promoting the arts and helping its member organizations raise funds for their various activities, the Arts Council of Oak Ridge works to provide a variety of services which benefit not only its members, but the community as a whole.
Well, we raised most of the money for the new orchestra pit in the high school auditorium. We helped raise money for the renovation of the Grove Theater. We've done different things like that. Many years ago, of course, we helped raise money to build the pavilion in the Bissell Park. Anything that will benefit all or some of our member organizations, then we can be a part of, being small or being big.
The neatest thing that I've ever seen the Arts Council do is Evening with the Arts, and that's where Leadership Oak Ridge and Leadership Anderson County, they come to see performances at the Children's Museum, they go to the Playhouse, and they go to see shows at the Oak Ridge Community Arts Center. I thought that was one of the best ways that your average Joe could go out and see, well, this is what the Arts Council is about, and this is how I can support them.
One of the Arts Council's many activities includes their annual United Arts Fund Drive. The Fund Drive is held each spring and assists the Arts Council's member organizations in raising much-needed funds from within the community.
All of the other arts organizations were running into each other as they were going in and out of businesses asking for donations. A group of citizens got together and decided that one united effort, just like United Way, it's the United Way for the arts. And it makes better sense to do it under one umbrella than for everyone to be going out. So we actually divide up the businesses. And each organization will go to certain businesses so that they don't get all of the organizations coming to them. It's an annual function, and we usually start sometime in March. And we raise the funds. Each of the organizations participates, and they get the funds that they raise. And then there are lots of donors that want to give to everybody. And that's what the Arts Council collects those funds, and then we give them out in a percentage basis to the organizations. Actually, the Arts Council doesn't take any of the funds. This is something that we do. This is what we're here for. That's what we were established in 1956 to do. So we don't take any of the funds. All the funds go to the arts organizations.
The arts have always been and continue to be an important part of the fabric of life in Oak Ridge. The ongoing work of the Arts Council and its member organizations has influenced not only the lives of our residents, but it has also had a major impact on the region's culture and sense of community.
Well, I've been on the Arts Council probably for 30 years. I first represented the ORCMA, the Music Association, and then I represented the ballet, and then I came on the Arts Council as an elected board member, and I've been president for 2 years, about 5-6 years ago, and I've been on ever since then.
We hold concerts where the children can come and make instruments out of beans and corn and tap dance with caps on their feet and things like that, and they learn to try out instruments. But just by having free tickets, we give anyone under 18 a free ticket anytime they want to come to one of our concerts, and students with student ID older than that can also get a reduced rate. It gives them a chance to try it, because a lot of young people assume that classical music is very highbrow and that they aren't going to like it, and it's like asparagus or broccoli. They're not going to try it. But if it's free, they might try it.
When my husband and I got involved in that, it was a whole family thing. All 6 of us sometimes ended up with the Playhouse. Some of us doing light booth, I did props, and some of my children did props, and my husband and one or more of the girls would be on stage. So it was a really fun family activity.
I was really big into art. I was one of those kids that had to have the art classes, and Pat Culbertson was my teacher at the time. She inspired me to go to school to be an artist, or at least be an art major in college. And after graduating and working a few years, I went back to school to be an art teacher like her. I thought if I could have the influence on one kid that she had on me, then that would be a successful career for me.
When there's a public event here in Oak Ridge and you need someone to run sound or run lights, there's a junior Playhouse kid out there somewhere who learned how to do it as a 12-year-old. And there's no better experience than the hands-on experience that Junior Playhouse has offered in Oak Ridge all these years. And it carries over. Children's Museum can be doing something, or the community orchestra can be doing something, and yet there's a Junior Playhouse kid in there who's providing the tech service. That's been the case many times.
Support for the arts has been one of the most important parts of life in Oak Ridge. From the city's founding during World War II through today, the arts have played a vital role in the lives of our residents. The community's continued support for our arts organizations, both directly and through the Arts Council, ensures that the artistic vision and quality of life enjoyed for so long by so many will continue for generations to come.
The variety of organizations, the variety of people, the variety of interests that we have continues to make us unique, and continues to give us outlets that communities our size simply do not have. Communities much larger than we are simply don't have. It's good for the community. It's good for all of us. It's good for our kids.
It's meant that we can live in a small town and have all these wonderful things going on right here, where we don't have to go driving around into Knoxville. And we find that they're just a very fine group of different ways to experience the arts.
I strongly believe that if a city wants to rejuvenate itself, it has to do that through arts and culture. Getting people really inspired and working together in an arts and culture way is how you can really make it grow from the heart out.
Math, science, classes like that. I mean, you're thinking in one way, you're using one half of the brain, but when you're attending an art performance or you're creating a piece of artwork, it encourages you to use the other half of your brain. And too many times we neglect that part of it.
I've always been the proponent that we need an arts community, and we need to function as an arts community. And the Arts Council allows that to happen.